Well, it's about time. Common sense finally won out, sort of. All charges against Scottie Scheffler have been dropped, but this was a huge debacle. Why didn't they drop the charges sooner? All right. Typically, I stay away from stuff like this because I'm usually going to be on the side of law enforcement because they just have a tough job. It's very difficult for them. A lot of moving parts. They deal with a lot of stuff every day. I'm typically going to be on their side. In this situation, though, what a disaster. Let's first look. Okay, let's listen to the attorney, Scotty's attorney today talking about the charges being dropped. I mean, I love what he says here. Let's just take a listen. He's being asked some questions about Scotty, and it's just, I'm glad he did this.
Don't seem to fully align with what you're saying right now. He admits that he got impatient and went too far.
No, here's what happened, is he is being interrogated after the most stressful situation of his life, right? And the officer is actually asking him leading questions and trying to get him to agree with them, okay? And that's why you don't talk to the police, because they are going to try to put words in your mouth.
So, okay, so what's he referring to? He's referring to this right here, this audio cam that we got.
I'm pulling in here, the police officer up there told me to come the opposite way with the traffic and then come in. And as I was pulling in, my window was down, and the officer told me to stop. And first of all, I did not know that he was a police officer. I thought he was one of the security guards that was mistaken. And as I was pulling by him, he grabbed my arm.
Stop right there. Why does it matter if he's a security guard or a police officer?
First of all, it does matter if he's a security guard or a police officer. That 100% matters. Don't tell me it doesn't matter. I hate that cops do this, and they're doing it to Scotty right here. What does that matter? You know what, dude? It matters. It all matters. If you're not a police officer, if you're not identifying yourself, then everything matters. And why does this matter so much? Why is this important? And Scotty was super cool after this. He's like, you're right, I'm sorry. Like, he is so just cooperative, okay? It doesn't take any common sense to realize that Scotty is being super cooperative, non-combative whatsoever. If I was in this situation, I would have been freaking out. I would have been not as kind as Scotty. I don't know how he kept his cool, but he was able to do it. But here is why it matters that Scotty said this, and it's because of this. We see the footage of Scotty's car driving, this is like a pole cam, the arrest. And we see his car, and we see this guy in a yellow vest chasing him and beating the car with what we later found out was a flashlight. And then he sticks his head in there, and he's beating the car with the flashlight. At this point, Scotty doesn't know who this guy is. He doesn't know he's a police officer. Okay, so why does it matter if it is a police officer or not a police officer? Because if a traffic security guard or somebody is chasing me, beating me with a flashlight, I ain't stopping. I'm going to keep going. I'm going to gas pedal that sucker out of there. Yes, it matters. It matters if it's a police officer or a not police officer. He doesn't know who this guy is, and it's chaotic, it's rainy, there's a lot going on. Sadly, a gentleman lost his life, and that's the reason all of this was taking place, and that's the real sad news of this whole thing. But why do these police officers have this, it's not all of them, okay? Most police officers are great, or a lot of them are great. I don't know, a lot seem to be great. And a lot of people have common sense out there. Well, I guess Scotty's 2 for 2 or 0 for 2 of common sense police officers, because the one who chased him down, beating his car with a flashlight, what are you doing? Why are you beating the thing with the flashlight? It is not that important to stop a credentialed vehicle and yank someone out. It's not that important. Were you dragged or not? We don't know. You certainly ran after the car with no problem. So injury, maybe, we don't know. Maybe you scraped your knee or something. We don't know, but you ran after him just fine. So why is it so important to yank the dude out of the car, cuff him, and book him? It's not that important. It would have been just fine to let the car go and go about your business. You don't have to have that type of power trip to just beat somebody's car with a flashlight. And Scotty's not lying about this, he didn't know who he was. And he stopped either way. You're getting beat with a flashlight and you stop? No, thank you. You're beating my car with a light. I'm gunning that sucker. Skid marks and all, I'm out. And we're getting out of here. I don't know what happened. They can come get me later, but we're not stopping. I don't want to wait around to get that flashlight upside my head, especially if I don't know you're a police officer. And then the questioning cop who said, wait, back up. Let's back up. No, let's not back up. Why does it matter? It 100% matters because the dude was chasing me and beating my car with a flashlight. I did not know what was going to happen. He didn't identify himself. And even that questioning cop was like, look, we're all wearing police stuff. We're all in these yellow coats. We got a lot of stuff on. Stop it. Just stop it. Like, it's not Scottie Scheffler's job to be able to spot every single identifying police officer characteristic. That's not his job. It is not a felony to make a mistake like, whoops, I didn't stop. I didn't know what was going on. It's confusing. That's not arrestable. He's not breaking any crimes here. He's just trying to go get a tea time, get to where he's supposed to go. He's already late. And you're there because they're there. If Scotty's not there, you're not working the golf event. It's just not happening. So this whole thing, and then the questioning cop just says, we got to see if you're going to jail. And it's not up to me. It's up to the guy who arrested you. And this guy's like, do you think it'd be okay if I talk to him? And then he's kind of fumbled around. Well, we don't know. He's, getting checked out. He scraped his knee. So that's where he is right now. And Scotty obviously just was like, hey, maybe we could smooth this over. It's a huge misunderstanding. I can apologize or whatever he was going to do. We don't know, but he definitely wanted to speak to him. Either way, they cuffed him, they stuffed him, and they booked him. And we got a great mugshot out of the deal. But nonetheless, why do certain officers, and if you're an officer and you're a police officer, thank you for your service. But there are some that are just like power trip. If you cross me, you do something wrong, I'm going to make you pay. And I don't care who you are. And where's the common sense? Why does it take 2 weeks for common sense? I get it. Once he did book him, it's out of the police officer's hands at that point. Then it goes to the prosecutor and they have to do their whole investigation. It takes 2 weeks or however long. It took 2 weeks. Then it comes out, okay, we did everything. We don't have enough to go and prosecute anybody, so we're going to drop the charges. We could have told you that 20 minutes. We could have told you that on the scene. But whatever, one cop gets a power trip and says, you're going. I don't care who you are. It don't matter. You made me angry and you're going to pay. You know what? Sometimes people make mistakes. And if we can have a little kind of common sense, just relax a little bit, take a deep breath and know hey, tragedy already happened here today. There's no reason to make everybody else's life hell as well. Let's just settle down. Okay, I get it. I see what happened. All right, let's move on. No big deal. Why can't we just do that? It doesn't make any sense why this escalated to the point it did. And I do have to say this, which we stated earlier. One, just follow Scottie Scheffler's attorney advice. Don't talk. He was read his Miranda rights. Don't speak after that. Say, I want my lawyer every single time. Let's just do that. No matter what happens, I'm going to wait till I have an attorney, till I have somebody. I'm not going to talk to you. I'm not going to answer your questions. Don't do that. Because they do. He did. You heard it. Twisting words around. Back up. Why is this? This is that. You should always do that. No, you shouldn't. You shouldn't. If you don't know, then you don't know. You don't have to stop. That's what I'm saying. Whew. Spicy one. What do you guys think? Maybe I'm out there, but I'm just saying, if that was me and I honestly did not know it was a cop, I would have kept going. And if it was a cop and the dude's beating on my car and I don't know why, I don't know if I'm still stopping. To be honest with you, if you're scared, man, go to somebody else. Find another cop and then stop and say, dude, that cop's chasing me, beating me with the flashlight. I found you. Help me out. That's what I would do. I just might go in. I don't know, whatever. You let me know. What would you do? Whew. It's exciting. At least they dropped the charges. I wouldn't be surprised, though, if Scotty wouldn't do this. But his attorney might say, let's press charges on our own because they use excessive force and it was uncalled for. That's my opinion. What's yours? Thanks for listening. See you guys soon.